So this is in
Recording
the
in
same pattern.
progress.
If I'm using B minus A, if I'm using here, my return value is 40 comma 50. Yes or no? 40 comma 50. Okay. So these are guides, the definitions of your set operators in mathematics. Okay, how it was working. So same working nature in database also. There is a no difference in database. So same as it is, but here in place of set values, here I will take tables. I'm taking tables, and in between tables data, I'm going to compare it by using of set operators. Okay, for example, let you see one database example. I will explain to you. Suppose, for example, guys, here Naresh IT organization was there. So Naresh IT organization, okay, is having two branches, okay, in India, for example. There are two branches are there. One branch was located in Hyderabad, okay, and one branch is located in Chennai. So there are two. So what we are going to do, guys, here, okay. So Naresh IT is the organization. This organization is having what now? Two branches. One branch is located in Hyderabad and one branch is located in Chennai. Okay. So what we want to do, guys, here. So who are working in Hyderabad branch, those people or those employee data I'm storing into one table. Okay. So that is called as a, simply I can say, my table name is EMP underscore Hyderabad. So this is one table I designed, guys, here. Okay, in this table, I'm storing employee details who are working in Hyderabad. In the same pattern, Chennai location is there. In Chennai location is also, in this branch also, some people are working. So who are working in Chennai location? So those people, information I'm storing as one more table, EMP underscore Chennai. So this is what now the two tables I'm going to create it, guys. That means one table I designed for Hyderabad branch people data storing purpose. One table I designed who are working in Chennai location. So those people data storing purpose. So these are the two branches are there. In two branches, some people are working, and who are working in Hyderabad and people data storing purpose, I'm designing two tables. One is Hyderabad and Chennai. Okay. So let you come to our database guys here. So first of all, in our database list, here how many means? There are 20 tables are there. So like a bonus, test 13, 12, DEPT, ESDP, DP99. Okay, some tables are there. Okay, now right. So now some new tables I'm going to create in guides here. Create table, table name EMP underscore Hyderabad. So employee ID, okay, employee name. So I have to option time and number of content. So this is one table we designed guys here. Okay. So after designing this table, I'm inserting few records into this table. So who are working in this, okay, in this what we can say in this branch. So now I'm passing, suppose 1021, the employee name is I, and he was, his salary was 85,000 rupees. So same like this, I have to go to insert here. Okay, the next one is 1022. The name is Jones, and he was, his salary was 58,000 rupees. In the same system, 1023. And now I want to take Ellen. So his salary was 64,000 rupees. So this is one table we designed that here. And second table I'm going to take here. So create table. So EMP underscore Chennai, the second table. So second table EID. So same as his employee ID, I have to show employee name and employee salary. Okay, now. So now here we can go to report here. And here also I'm inserting few employee details. So VMP underscore Chennai. I'm sending values of so ID number 1021 and employee name is Sai. Amount of salary 85,000 rupees I was thinking. But guys, they are carefully identified here. The same 1021 Sai 85,000, the same employee details I was taken in Hyderabad location also. Okay. And the same employee details I'm inserting into Chennai location. So that means what you understand, guys, here, this person, okay, this person who was there here, okay, this person is working in both branches, for example. Okay. So 1021 Sai 85,000 and the same information I repeated in my Chennai table is also 1021 Sai 85,000. So that means you just observe, okay. So this employee is working in both branches, okay. He was working in Chennai as well as Hyderabad, okay. So like this, he was there. Now, like in the reports into this table, okay. 1024, and some name is I'm passing here, Miller, and the Miller amount of salary 42,000 rupees. And next one is 1025. 1025. The name is Ward, and his salary was 32,000 rupees. So finally, the two tables we designed, guys, here. EMP underscore Hyderabad. This is one table data, and select the start from EMP underscore Chennai. This is my second table information. So in this two sets, and you have to think EMP Hyderabad is a one set of values, okay, and Chennai is another set of values. There are two sets values we have it here. There are two sets values we have it here, okay, now? So now, okay, fine. On these two sets of values, now I want to do my set operations, okay, one by one, we can see. For example, so first my query example is what now? What is my query example? Okay, let us see. So write a query, okay, to display all employee details, to display all employee details who are working in Naresh IT, who are working in Naresh Station, who are working Naresh IT organization. So this is one example, guys. So who are working in Naresh IT organization? Those all employee details I need to display on the screen. Okay. I need to display on the screen. Now, in this case, what happened, you can see there is two cases you can use, guys. One is union operator you can use. One more is union all operator also you can use it. Okay. So union operator, when I'm using, what happened, if any common person information will not be repeated twice. Okay. No? So if any common employee was there, that common employee information will not be repeated in your result. That is union. Suppose you want to know exactly who is working in Hyderabad and who are working in Chennai, who are working in Hyderabad, that exactly you have to know, then union all also you can go to use it. When I'm using union all, what it was happened, employee was there who are working in both branches, the common employee details will be displaying twice because one information which belongs to Hyderabad and one information which belongs to Chennai. So this is what we call as here. So here, what is my question? Write a query to display all employee details who are working in Naresh IT. So this is shortcut I'm writing here. Write a query. Okay, now that is the main. So don't think this is what it is. Shortcutly I written there. Okay. Write a query to display all employee details who are working in Naresh IT organization. So here there are two chances. So union and union, all you can use. Okay, now let me see. Suppose when come to our database, these are the two tables we have it here. And now I'm passing carefully observe. Select the from EMP underscore Hyderabad. And we all of you know when I'm going to executing this query individually, if I'm executing this query, the query result is showing us. Yes or no? The query result is showing us. Okay now. And here I written separately Chennai. Chennai details are showing. But here what I'm doing here, whatever the individual results are showing by these individual queries, whatever individual results are showing by two queries. What I'm doing here, these two individual query results, I need to combining together and show as one set of values. I want to show as one set of values. So there we can use a set operator. So now you can see I'm passing a selector star from EMP underscore Hyderabad. Okay, first I will show you the union all I'm showing now. And second query is selected star from EMP underscore Chennai if I'm passing. So here select a query statement from one Hyderabad and I'm using union all operator. This is my set operator. And second selected statement is Chennai. So when the two queries between whatever the set operator I'm using, so how it will be work together. So let us see. Now I'm going to pass in here to execute this one. Can you identify guys here? 1021 Sai 85,000 1022 1023. So this is people information, this one. And along with this one, Chennai people data also there 21 Sai 85, 24 Miller and 25 Ward. So yeah, what happened? Two Hyderabad table data and Chennai table data, both table data to combining together and showing as a one set of values. And showing as a one set of values. And in this case, carefully, if you want to identify guys here, 1021 Sai 85,000 and 1021 Sai 85,000, this is a duplicate row data. So whatever the duplicate row data was there, so that was going to be written twice. Okay, written twice. Because of reason, I'm using what now? Union all. For example, if I don't want it, the duplicate repetition, sir, I don't want it, then you can use the union and now pass your selected star from EMP underscore and to execute now. So what happened, you can see 1021 Sai 85,000 is not repeated twice. So it was showing only unique data. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, the two people or two branches people data combining together without having any duplicates. Okay, without having any duplicates. So this is differences of union and union all. Okay, union and union. So now, as per your the question, who are working in Hyderabad. Okay, that means who are working in Naresh IT. So Naresh IT means what now, guys? Here all branches. No, Naresh IT is nothing but number of branches of organization. So how many branches are there? In that all branches, how many employees are there? So that final result, if I want to find out, then this union and set operators will be help us. Okay, second requirement is what now? For example, write a query. Okay, to display employee to this employee who are working in both branches. Who are working in both branches. So in the next requirement, what I'm asking, who are working in both branches, the both branches people information we wanted. The both branches people information we wanted. Okay. So both branches, that means which employee or who are working in Chennai and Hyderabad. So the two people, that means two location people who are working. Okay, that the employee details I have to know. Okay, so how many employees are working in my both branches of Naresh IT? So Hyderabad and Chennai. So if that persons and the people data, if I want to find out, then there also set operators will be working here. And let you come to see. Okay, so I'm writing here schema as usual. Select start from EMP underscore Hyderabad. Okay, and now we are going to using what now? Intersect. Okay, intersect. Now intersect, and now I'm using what now here. Okay, after that, second one is starting here. Select start from EMP underscore Chennai. So in this, okay, in this what happened? So this is my first query. Okay, so Hyderabad and intersect operator, and this is my second query operation. So when intersect means what we said, guys, the common values will be written. Common values will be written. Okay, now, so for example, common value in these two branches, which employee is working as a common layer means. Okay, which employee is working as a common means. Sai was working as a common. I was working as a common. Okay, now. Now, so common employees work means Sai. Okay, let you come back. Right. Sai was working as a common. So that means here my operation is what now? Intersect. Okay. Select star from EMP underscore. So now I'm going to executing that. When I'm executing here, okay, so what happened? Sai 85,000. So he's a one person. He was working in both branches, Hyderabad and Chennai. Hyderabad and Chennai. Okay. So now here what happened? This person row data is common in two tables. That's why we are going to be checking out the okay common value. Each and every column value is checking here. Okay, now so each and every value we are checking out here. Okay, so now here observe. Now here observe. Now after that, okay, now you can see. Okay, now you can see. So now here 1021 Sai 85,000 is the common employee working in both branches. But how it was checking by your database means you carefully observe. So here two tables, whatever it was there, in the each and every column of okay, each and every column, okay, value will be checking guys here. Okay, so how it was going to checking means each and every column value. For example, okay, suppose we can say this is my first row in my Hyderabad table, right? This is our first row. And this is my first row in your Chennai table data, right? Right. So the row, how it was identifying it is a duplicate row. How it was identifying it is it was a each and every column data and value will be same. Then it is called a duplicate row we called. So your ID number 1021 and here also ID number 1021. So ID is matching. Same as name is Sai and here also having the name is Sai. So name also matching. and salary 85,000, and here also salary 85,000. So salary also matching. So that means each and every column of value should match with every column of value in another table. So then it is called as a duplicate. But in these three columns, if anyone is going to be different, in three columns, if anyone is going to be different, okay, then it is not a duplicate. Then it is not a duplicate. For example, let you see. For example, let you see. Okay, now. So now here also. Now we can, I'm just changing my table information. I'm changing that here. For example, okay, suppose I'm going to doing some update. EMP underscore Hyderabad. Okay, set sal is equal to suppose 77,000. I was taken here. Okay, so where employee ID number is equal to 1021. So what I'm doing here in my first table, one column data, I'm changing the salary. So after changing that, when you come back and see your EMP underscore Hyderabad. So now what it was happened guys, your ID number 21, sorry, and 77,000 I was taken. But the same employee name details, it was there in your another table. In this, what happened, you can see ID number, sorry, but salary was not matching. So here employee ID number is matching here, employee name is matching here, but salaries are not matching. So whenever salaries are not matching, then your server will not treat as it is a duplicate row. It is not a duplicate row and it is not a common row. So that's why what it was happening guys. When I'm using intersect operator, okay, now I'm using intersect operator on these two tables of data, then what it was saying here, no rows are selected. So what it was telling here, no rows are selected. Why sir? Why sir no rows are selected means here intersect operator nothing but is what now? Common values returns. Common values returns. But unfortunately, common values are there in my table? No. There is a no common values. Okay. So this is what I'm telling now. So common row means what now? Each and every column value will be matched. Then only common row or duplicate row we call. But here, so in this two table, 21 ID is matching, 21 and 21 is matching Sai, but 77,000 and here 85,000 is not matching. So that's what it was happening as here. Your server will treat it is not a duplicate row. It is a unique row. Okay, it is a unique row. So that's why it is not showing in my intersect. It was not showing in my intersect. Understand? So that means how to identify this is a common row data means each and every column value must be same. Then only common value. Otherwise, it not treat as a common value. Okay. So then finally, we are passing this intersect operator to finding the people who are working in both branches. Finding the people who are working in both branches. Okay, now right. And the next example, can you come out and write the query to display. Write the query to display. Okay, employee. Okay, employee who are working in Hyderabad, but not who are working in Hyderabad, but not in Chennai, branch. So here my requirement is I want to display employee who are working in Hyderabad, but not in Chennai branch. So who are working in Hyderabad, only Hyderabad employee data I want to retrieve or display, but not in Chennai location people. So in this case, I'm using what now? Minus operator. And minus operator, what I said, it was returning left side values, which is not found in right side. So here I wanted who are working in Hyderabad means I I'm going to keeping my table, HYD table, you have to kept at the left. So for example, I'll come back here. Okay, I'm writing now. Select star EMP HYD. Okay, and here the operator is minus and select start from EMP underscore. So your big table I keep at left side means Hyderabad. Okay, look, branch data I'm keeping left side and Chennai right side. When it was going to be happen, now you can see. So in Hyderabad, people is displayed here. So Hyderabad people who are working in Hyderabad, Sai, Jones, and Allen. But sir, Sai, why it was displaying Sai means yes, Sai amount of salary, how much guys here? 77,000. But here, Chennai location, Sai amount of salary, how much here? 85,000. So now tell me, it is a common value or not a common value? Not a common value. For example, can you see? For example, now I'm going to updating my salary again, 85,000, where EID is equals to 1021. One row is updated and let you come out and see your table HYD. So again, I'm taking as a 85,000. When I'm taking as a 85,000, suppose if I'm using minus operator, then what happened? You can see Sai is not displayed. Yes or no? In my result, Sai is not displayed. So why sir Sai is not displayed here? Yeah. Sai, why not? Okay, why Sai was not displayed means, yes, Sai is a common because the salary I want to change here 85,000. So that's why it's a common value. Common value means the Sai data is there in your right side table, Chennai. So that's why it is not showing here. So this is what identify guys. Now, this is who are working in Hyderabad but not in my location. For the same example, if I want to ask the reverse order, if I want to ask in the reverse order, who are working in Chennai, but not in Hyderabad branch. So at this moment, what you want to do, so make it your Chennai in the left side direction, and Hyderabad will make it your right side direction. Okay, now this is what. So now the same thing, I'm just going to taking out here. Okay, I'm just going to taking out here. And so Miller and Ward, the Chennai location people, information is displayed. Okay, now. So these are what now set operators in your database or database tables how to work. Okay, but here observe carefully. You're working all set operators here on my tables data by using of a select query statement. Okay, now. But here very important thing is carefully observe. For example, here these are our tables. EMP Hyderabad, this is one table, and EMP underscore Chennai, this is another table. So there are two tables, right? The two tables data we have it. For example, when I'm using any set operator in between these two tables queries, what we want to require here, carefully observe. Now I'm passing here selected star from EMP underscore Hyderabad. So any one operator we are using that operator. Again, I'm passing selected start from EMP underscore Chennai. So here two queries carefully observe. In my first select statement, I am taking star. In my first select query, I'm using star. Star means what, guys? all columns. Star means all columns. So that means in my first select query, I selected all columns. In my second select query, I selected all columns. So here the point is number of columns are same. In my first select query, selected columns. In my second select query, select columns. Both are same. Okay, so in this case, we are not getting any problem. So we are getting output successfully. But guys, suppose are you changing? Here I'm giving EID, comma, ENIM, EMP underscore Chennai. So now what I'm going to do here, in my first select query, I selected all columns. And in my second select query, I selected 2 columns. So your star means all columns. All column means how many number of columns in my Hyderabad table, guys? Three columns. So here are you selected 3 columns. Here are you selected how many columns? 2 columns. Now let me see to executed what it was happening. Let me see executed what it was happening. It was showing error. And what it was telling the error, query block as incorrect number of results columns. Okay. So whatever your query is there. Okay. So query block, that means query block means your queries. In every query block, number of columns should be same. But unfortunately, if in first query block, I selected 3 columns. And in my second query block, I was selected 2 columns. So that means what it was saying, incorrect number of result columns. Okay. So that means here the point, what you understand guys here, in both queries, whatever we are using along with set operators, number of columns must be same. Okay. So this is what it was telling us here, the basic rules of set operators. So first rule is what now? Okay. Number of columns must be or should be or must be same within both queries. Within both queries. This is one thing. We can see that here. So now second one I'm passing now. Okay. Select. Suppose EID comma ENAME from EMP underscore required. Some operator, any one operator. Select ENAME comma EID from EMP underscore. So in this case, carefully observe guys. Here my selected columns are 2. Here my selected columns. Number of columns in 2 selected statements are same. 2 are same. But here, can you identify guys here? In my first query order, what is the order of in the first query? EID comma ENAME. But in my second select statement, what is my order? ENAME comma EID. So that means here, what is the problem here? The problem is, so EID is the first column. It is the integer data type column. And this is second one is a varchar column. Yes or no? But here, my first column is a varchar and second column is the integer. So that means order. I'm changing order. So whenever you change order, what it was happen, your first column integer, your first column is varchar. So it is a not matching. Okay, now it is a not matching. My second column is your varchar and here my second column is a integer. So this is also not matching. This is also not matching. Then what it was happening, guys, carefully observe. If I'm going to executing this one, If I'm going to executing this one, so let you see what happened. Okay, it was showing error. And what it was telling that here, expression must have same data type as corresponding expression. So expression means column. A column must have same data type as corresponding column. So corresponding means EID and here ename. Okay, correspond. So this must be same data type. But here, when you change order of the columns, automatically data types of columns will be changed. So that's why you don't do like this. So if I want to write this one, I can write the same order way. You can use it. So EID and ename from EMP underscore. Now what happened here? EID ename same order. Here also EID ename same order. When column order will be same, automatically data types also same data types matching. Then if it is matching, now it was showing your output. Okay, now so that means second rule, basic rule, what it was telling, order of columns and data types of columns, okay, must be matched. So these are the basic rules we need to follow when you are working with set operators. Okay, now these are called as a set operators working guides here, how it was working, okay, on your database tables. And now finally we have here, okay, the final operators are the special operators. And these special operators we will discuss on Monday session. I will start it. Okay, so I'm not well. That's why yesterday and day before yesterday I'm unable to take classes. Okay, so that's today. Today also not well, but it is a long session, long absent will be happen now. So that's why I came here to take 1 hour class. Okay, so Monday we will go for this reminding what are the special operators are. Okay, now, right? Yes. So thank you so much.